Yeah, good day to you. I'm super excited to be on this call with you. As Ella introduced, my name is Desmond, and I'm so happy to have you all join us this evening. And I want to say a big thank you to GEAM Africa initiative for this invitation, especially to the team lead Mercy Victor and to other member of the team. I want to say thank you to you for the invitation and for this opportunity to be sharing this today. So we are quickly going to be looking at investing women, accelerate progress, and this is the focus is to empower women by delving into strategies for elevating their income, impact, and influence throughout 2024 in alignment to the United Nations Women's Theme. So this is a big theme, and this is something very big and important to us, and I'm super excited to be sharing this with you all. So basically, we understand a lot about our society, especially we in Nigeria. We understand a lot of limitations that have been placed on women all over and all of that. So, and you also wonder why the SDG Goal 5 talk about gender equality. And I also remember how a lot of people usually say, why are programs nowadays all about women? What about men? Why are they leaving the men aside and all of that? And I usually explain that it's not about leaving the men aside. It's just the fact that currently there is a huge gap when it comes to women leading and men leading. So the goal right now, based on the SDG goals, is to see how this gap can be closed, and basically the women are more on the disadvantaged aspect. So that's how the women are actually programs, initiatives, and all of that are channeled towards women to ensure they bring women in so that the gender gap can be closed. So if it were to be women that have more of this right and less of men, it would have been the same thing. But right now we have more men in some sector dominating a lot of in industries. You see a lot of men influencing a lot of sectors, and you wonder, where are the women? So men making decisions and all alone, and the women are just at the back, you understand, the other room. All right, so that's actually why we feel this topic is very important. So how can women increase their income, their impact, and their influence in this 2024? How can women stand up and ensure that they do not stay back and just feel they do not belong, or some certain initiatives are not for them? So some women are just back there. When it comes to decision making, you do not find them, forgetting the fact that when there is gender, there's a reason why they're male and they're females, because the way a man think and the way a woman think, they are two different things. So if you're in a world led by just men, imagine that kind of world. Men think certain ways and their approach sometimes without emotions and a lot of things. But when a woman comes, it set balance and all. So imagine making decisions and men have the opportunity to just make all those decisions. So you understand that there will be a certain gap, because some part of it will be neglected, because there is no feminine view in the perspective. So when it comes to decision, people just make decision and the females are backward. So a lot of things actually have limited women in our societies, from early marriage to human trafficking, and women are more on the disadvantage, because a lot of people feel that women should not even be educated, they should not even be invested in. There's no need, that investment in women is a waste of money. So imagine this kind of mentality. So it has built our women, it has formed the kind of mindset our women have today. And because of that, we see limitations in our society. We see a lot of things going wrong. We see a lot of things not going the way they should be, because women has been taught the other way. So right now, the plan, the goal now is to see how we can close that gap and ensure that women can take their place. Women can see themselves as better. Women can take initiatives. Women can also earn money for themselves. So the idea of saying that men should bring in the money while the women sit down to do house chores. That is not right. Women, you have abilities, you have talents, you have things that are in you, deposited in you. You can also do something. So the way the economy is even going now, it's not even the type that the women just the men just are left alone to make the money. So because that would set on the continuous cycle of poverty. You understand? So women need to understand their place, understand that they too can earn, they too can also be able to support the family. They can live their dream, they can be whom they should be. So women, so a lot of societal stigma, a lot of limitations for women will be reduced. A lot of, you can see the human trafficking, you can see the gender violence and exploitation on women. A lot of things that happen because women do not know, because women are being stigmatized, because women are being placed in a position that is just backward, because women are just seen as nothing and not worth investment. So you can see that a lot of these things will be addressed, and women will be able to come up and do better, not to fight men, not to come and start standing and say, okay, we want to overpower men. No, but to have equal opportunities, to have equal chances. That is what gender equality means. So it doesn't mean that women should come and start fighting the men and pulling men down. No, that is not the idea. It simply means that women should be given equal opportunities. So it shouldn't be seen that men only have the power or the right to lead certain positions. Women should also be given the fair chances to do the same thing. But when women are not up to standard, they do not have the required skills, they do not have the knowledge and what it requires, they will fall short of that. So that's why we're going to look at this now. Now let's look at how this placement has affected women, because whether we like it or not, this orientation, this mindset, this initiative, this limitations on women has actually affected them as individuals, and in turn it definitely have effect on the society. But first, let's look at how it has affected women. Firstly, we look at the self-esteem. Do you know that a lot of women do not have self-esteem? They do not have a good self-esteem. Why? Because of the way they were brought up. They were told that you are a woman. Women don't do this. Women don't do that. Women wait to be fed. Women have to wait to be instructed. They cannot do anything on their own. So you are a woman, you should just stay indoors and all of that. So it has built a level of low self-esteem in a lot of women. So they cannot even stand up to do something for themselves. They cannot stand up to defend their community. They cannot even stand up to be even influence their peers and all of that, because they feel that they do not have the capacity. They feel that it is not their right. They feel that they do not have the right or what it takes to be that. So women they're the wallowing low self-esteem because of this kind of placement. So they're being tossed to and fro. They cannot really make decisions on their own. It affects their level of decision making. You see them making poor decisions. Even in relationship, yes, you see a lot of girls going for a guy that they do not want them. In fact, the guy has several other ladies, but they feel it's just it will come for me, and they do not have self-worth, no self-value, no self-worth, no dream. They cannot even see big things about themselves because they think that they are just there, they're just below. So all these things actually have effect on the women. So because of the way the society has placed women, because of the way these women grew up, the kind of mindset they were fed with, and how they were brought up to believe that this is where women are placed, this is the position of women, so they're not able to make good decisions. So even when you tell them certain things, they'll be like, no, he has to do that, even when the direction is wrong. They cannot stand up to the truth, because they do not even know what the truth is. Now, another thing is the growth mindset. It affects our women's growth mindset, because a lot of, when you say growth mindset, the ability for you to see something and you say, okay, I can do it, and you go and find a way to make it work. So a lot of women back off. A lot of women are cowards. They just see things and they feel I cannot do it, and the next thing they leave it. They decide they choose to settle for low things. That's the same reason why we have this gap in terms of technology. The same reason why we have gap in terms of when it comes to career. Why? Because some certain career they feel is women career, while some certain type they feel is men. Why? Because women feel that, oh, this is hard, I cannot do it. So this is women kind of. So when you see the food industry, you see all of them want to be caterers, want to be so when it comes to the food industry, so all of them want to be caterers, they want to be nutritionists, they want to, when it's food or when it's come to clothes and all of that, they feel that's the kind of career that is for them. But when you talk about tech, you see women shying away. They feel they cannot do it. And all of this has been affecting our industry, affecting our sector, affecting our society, affecting our nation, because the women do not know they can. So they do not have the growth mind. They have the fixed mindset. They just feel this is what I can do. This is the level I can achieve. And they stay there. So even when you try to tell them that you can do this, they don't want to. Apply for positions, they don't want to. They feel they cannot do it. So they've set a kind of limitations on their mind because of how they were brought up, because of everything. So it has affected the growth mindset. So a lot of women have fixed mindset. Even in their workplaces, they leave certain things for men. They feel that women are not supposed to do this, or women shouldn't be taking positions or doing this and all of that. So they shy away. Now, when it comes to that also covers responsibilities. It affects their level of taking up responsibilities. They don't want to take up responsibilities. And remember that when you do not take responsibilities, you cannot grow. You cannot be a better person. So you need to know how to take up responsibilities. So I don't know how many of you're out there, you're woman. Ask yourself the question that, why do I really shy away from some responsibilities? And you will realize that the answer is not far-fetched. Sometimes you just feel that you can't do it. Sometimes you just feel that, I don't know, you can't even explain. But it all boils down to the kind of mindset that has been created in you, the way you were brought up. So you turn down responsibilities, you said, okay, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. That's it. Now, how about fear and doubt? Take a moment and think about it. Why am I afraid of failure? Why do I doubt myself? You see that the placement of women in the society has made them doubt themselves, and whether we like it or not, this has affected women. So women have this fear of failure. They have this fear of making decisions or going ahead or doing something. They have this self-doubt. Then another thing we look at is loss of human potentials, inability to grow and explore your abilities. Because as a woman, if you do not take responsibilities, you do not have the growth mindset, you have a low self-esteem, and you're scared and you have self-doubt, what that means is that you will not be able to fully explore and maximize your potentials. You'll not even know what you're made of. Because people I understand this because I was also a victim of it. So while growing up, a lot of things, I had a low self-esteem. I had to learn. I had to understand what the purpose of life is. I have to believe in myself. I have to understand that, okay, fine, I can be a better person. So the moment I started dreaming, I started having this confidence in me and all of that, I realized that there are certain things I could do. I never believed I could do them. I wasn't where have these abilities be? We have these abilities being. You understand? So where have they been? These abilities I have right now, these things I can do right now. Years ago, when I was much younger, I thought I couldn't. If you ever mention faith and you talk about these things, I'll be like, no, it's not for me. You're not talking about me, right? So I would just shy away because of this. So I was losing my human potentials. But the moment I realized, I started building, I started exploring the talents I have, the skills within me. It's what I can do this. I can do this. And in the process of discovering that you can do it, you can then improve on it and grow them. Yes. So the moment I believed that every dream I have should be given the opportunity to live. The moment I believed that I can be everything I really want to be. That very moment, I became different. My approach changed. My orientations changed. My decision making improved. Everything. It was a U-turn. Because I said that I can do this. I can really be what I want to be. You do not really have limitations. It's just the one you place on yourself. All right. Now, the cycle of poverty continues. If women decide to stay placed in the position that the society has placed them, in the position that people have placed them, it stays that way. When we talk about gender-based violence and exploitation, I mentioned earlier that women are more on the disadvantaged. Women are more on the disadvantage. Why? Because when you talk about women trafficking, you talk about home-based violence and all of that. You talk about, so you can see that women who suffer from this much are women who have taken this place of being women. They just feel, okay, I'm just a woman. Let me use what I have to get what I want. Let me do this. Let me do that. Okay. When the family is looking for whom to send abroad for prostitution so that they can make money for the family, they choose the woman. When the family is looking for whom to give out in early marriage, they choose the woman. So at the end of the day, the woman do not have opportunity to even live their dreams. So it's a lot of effect on those women, and it destroys their self-esteem, destroys them, it destroys their mental health. A lot of things go wrong with those women. So they feel that they cannot do better than what they have now or where they are now. Then we'll talk about you can see that there's a lot of technological divide. I mentioned that when it comes to career, women feel that, okay, this set of part is for us, this other part is not for us. Why? Because of the bias, the gap in this thing. Okay, so now let's talk about how this placement is affecting the society. Remember, I told you that outside the fact that this gap affects women as individuals, it also affects the society, because when women are far away, when the gap is there, what happens is that we have it results to poor parenting. Remember, most times, women are the ones available to parent the children. Women are the ones available to stand and spend more time with the children. So imagine an uneducated woman. Imagine a woman that is even having low self-esteem. Imagine a woman that is having poor mental health. Imagine a woman that is scared and have self-doubt. How can that woman raise a good generation? How? You can just drop your comments. Drop your comments. Let me get the feedback from you. Because most of the problem we are experiencing as society today is actually rooted in poor parenting. Poor parenting. So how can you expect this kind of woman that has gone through this phase have this gender violence, exploitation because she's a woman, and a lot? How do you expect a good, well-trained generation from that woman? So you can see the effect it has on generations. So it transcends generations. So if such woman raise a child and is not able to raise a child properly, in fact, it would transfer the mindset she had into that child. If it's a daughter, that's what happens. So the daughter automatically picks up the same thing and feels, okay, we are women and this is the place of women. So it affects parenting. You see, even the boys are not able to stand up properly because something is wrong with their esteem. You understand? So it's a whole lot of problem that it causes in the society. So it causes it causes a whole lot of problem in the society. Now let's look at the economic losses. Are you thinking what I'm thinking right now? Yeah. Do you know the potential a community, a nation loses when people who are supposed to have been trained I think, okay, we talk about a lot of women making waves in our society today, doing a lot of things when it comes to our economic growth and all of that. So imagine those women were placed below. Imagine they didn't have the opportunity to come out. Imagine their talents and potentials were not discovered and groomed. Do you know the losses it will cost to our economy? So when women are not given the opportunity to go into entrepreneurship properly and be supported as they should, what happens is that the economy loses. Now, social stagnation. So you can see that a lot of when women are separated and all of that, then you can see lots of opportunities for innovation and creativity. So imagine women are being left out. Imagine. So a lot of health challenges, because when women are not properly oriented, they have low. So you can see when there are gender violence, and you can see early child deaths. You can see a lot of things happening because these women are just being women, getting pregnant, aborting pregnancy, dying. A lot of things going wrong because they do not know. Political instability, yes. How can they be balanced when only men make decisions? Women are just low. They do not even have a place. So how can the decisions be balanced? How? So when they're just men and no women there to balance the equation, it becomes difficult. A lot of things go wrong. So now let's look at, okay, fine. We have talked about this effect on the society and all of that. Now, how can what's the solution to these limitations? What can be done? What can be done? So that's one part we also need to consider, because women are assets for those who understands. Women are assets. If you can groom them, if you can give them the opportunity, they can reproduce a lot. They can be better and they can help. In fact, they can be a good support to men. Now, let's look at investment in education and skill development. That is one key aspect. You see that old culture of saying you do not invest in women when it comes to education because it's like waste of money. You understand what that means? Feel they're wasting money and all of that. Or somebody has to come and marry the girl away, or maybe the girl is giving out early in marriage, and a lot of things. They just feel women, it's just wasted effort on women. But forgetting the fact that when women are properly educated, parenting will be done rightly, economy will improve, a lot of things, innovation, creativity, and a whole lot can come in the balance and all of that. A society will be better when women are given the fair chances to quality education. Then skill development, women need to be developed when it comes to skills. When you are giving men opportunity to grow their skill, give women same. Give women same. So because one of the reasons why we have so much gap is not, I mentioned earlier that when we say gender equality, is giving people fair chances. So when you give women and men fair chances and you realize that the men are still always better, so what does that tell you? You give it to the men, right? Yes. So it means that the women needs to up their skills. You cannot give somebody that is not capable an opportunity. Opportunities and positions, leadership are given to the capable hands. So women needs to be developed. They need to learn. They need to gain the necessary knowledge. They need it. So you have to go to school. You have to get educated. You have to acquire skills by all means. Yes, skills is very important because there are soft skills and there are hard skills. So when people tell you school is a scam, that's not true. Remember, after school, they usually say that having been found worthy in learning and in character. So what it means is that education does not just give you knowledge, does not just improve your skills or enhance your skill. Education also build your character. Education build your attitude, build your character. Do you understand? So that's what it's important. So women should learn, should give themselves to learning, continuous learning. Because if you are not learning, you will not be able to match up, to close up the gap. I mentioned earlier that there's something about growth mindset. As a woman, if you have the growth mindset, you will be able to stand up and make changes and do things, not a fixed mindset. So women need to drop that fixed mindset. For those that have it, drop it. You're much better. So having the mindset that the mindset that is fixed is saying that I cannot do it. It's saying that no, this is the only thing that is I can do. This is how I know how to do it. This is what I know how to do. This is the only thing I know I can do. But that's not true. A lot of us did not know we can do so many things until we tried, we made attempts. And we had to go for what we wanted. We went for it. When it comes to education, there are some people that will tell you that they were not being sponsored in school and they didn't have the opportunity to go to school, and so it was a big challenge. I remember when we went for one outreach at the time, which left a kind of vision in my heart for young teenagers, especially girls that just wrap up that just round up their secondary school and waiting to go into university. During my experience in the village, because I went with my team there, as the coordinator of a Young African Leaders Initiative in Edo State. So we went for a research in a community, and when we got there, I could see I saw young ladies, like young teenagers, youths. Some of them done with secondary school, but they are just waiting, not going to university and all of that. So I would just imagine what's up with these people. What's going to happen to them? Especially when their parents cannot afford their university education. So some of them just there, and you see they're being vulnerable. So I was worried. I said, these young ladies are vulnerable. So tell me how they can turn down a man that tells them, I want to give you money so that you can eat today. Tell me how they can turn down a man that tells them, I want to give you money so you can buy yourself good clothes, so you can look good. Remember that whether I will like it or not, there is a peer pressure. There's peer pressure. So what it means is that you see a lot of ladies dressing up, looking good. Who wants to be left out? Who wants to be left out? So our young teenagers go astray so early, and you start hearing a lot of abortions. You start hearing a lot of because they don't even know, they don't even understand, they've not grown their mind, they don't know, they cannot make right decisions. So they're left in that stigma and all of that because of the gap. Because of the gap. So you can see that investment in education is very important. I can stand there today talking to you. Why? Because I got the opportunity to do that. So when I finished school, after the struggle and all of that, I was able to come out from school. I went to serve and all of that. You can see I had the boldness. I said, okay, fine. If I can do this, I can also finish up with this. So I was determined. I wanted to be more. I wanted to be a better person. So even when the struggles were there, a lot of things would have made me to stop, just like a lot of other ladies stopped. But I persist that this is what I want for myself. But there were challenges. Thank God for opportunities that were created for women, to create it for us. I was in Edo State, and when I came back, I said, okay, fine. I want to go into digital marketing. How do I start? I didn't even know what I really wanted. But I started seeing things that, okay, fine, I can do this, I can do that. I said, okay, fine, let me go into digital marketing. I started looking for opportunities to do that. And I did get the opportunity to start somewhere. So I would go from my house very far. I would go to the place to learn. I connected with some people that were doing similar things just because I wanted to learn. From there, I started getting more opportunities. So investment in education, that was because I got the foundation. So when some people tell you that education, school is, the way they say school now is scam, that thing is not true. Please never believe them. Because it was because I went to school, I got some certain level of education. It gave me some platform. It gave me an edge, and that was what I rode on. So if that wasn't there, my mind would not be opened. So school education open your mind. It open your mind to possibilities. It open your mind to things that are possible, things you can do. Now, when it comes to policy reforms, yes, policy reforms needs to also come in. So when it comes to women, people should, so even in workplaces, you can see that some people will not want to employ women. Why? Because they feel women, when they get pregnant, this happened, you will not see them. When this happened, they cannot do this, they cannot do that. So a lot of policy reform should come in. Yet, in as much as people work, there should also be work-life balance. There should be work-life balance. People should have the opportunity to balance family, work, and their personal life. Their mental health should be in check. Yes, so women should be given fair chances, fair opportunities to do things. Let them prove that they can do it. Now, when you also come to economic empowerment initiatives, so we look at this thing that things like this should come up for women so that they can grow when it comes to business, when it comes to entrepreneurship. I had the opportunity, so I started building on that, and it helped me to get to where I am today. I didn't know anything about business while I was in school. Everything I just knew was school and God and all. So when I came out, went for NYC, I became attracted to NGO community development services and all of that. So I came out, but I need to work. I needed to grow. I needed to know what my city feels like. I needed experiences. I needed new experiences. So I had to take up a job, and I did not know anything about business, no single thing about business. But I started. After the job, I left. I actually resigned because of a lot of things. I resigned. I was not looking for something else to do. And then I started growing. I pushed for it. And the opportunities came. You understand? So the empowerment initiative for women too should come up. Women should take these opportunities. I took the opportunity. So that's how I started learning. So today I can tell you that this how I started as before I started my business, and I became a lead consultant, and later on I became a trainer, a facilitator, and a coach. And now I'm a business development service provider, a certified one, waiting to be fully licensed. So you can see that the journey has not been easy, but I had to push for it. I said, this is what I really want to do. Do you understand? Because I want to be a better person. I understand what the business economy, what the business sector means. So I was like, fine, how can I help businesses? I'm not the type that want. I look at selling of clothes like the regular ladies would do, selling of this. It's not my thing. But where do I fit in? I said, I can talk. I can strategize. I have this unique ability to be innovative, to do this, to do that, to counsel, to advise. So why don't I just take this position? And I decided to. Do you understand? So I took that and I said, fine. I want to specialize too as a human resource professional. And I said take a CIPM, and I took all my exams. I passed everything. So you can see all of this, that all these opportunities are available. They are available. So a lot of things I also learned were because these things we also have, like I saw a program for, I think, this Tech for Dev. Yeah, I took the product management course. And I didn't have to pay for it. In fact, becoming a trainer, practitioner, and a coach, I didn't even have to pay for it as well. Taking the skill program with the ICSS and all of that, these were sponsored, and I took the opportunity. I didn't pay for it. I just needed to be available to learn. Becoming a business development service provider, it was also on scholarship. I also did not pay for it. I'm telling you this. I took the course initially. we applied to learn about business and all of that. I still did not pay for it. These things were sponsored, and I took the opportunity. I learned. So whenever I saw any opportunity like business, improve yourself, self-development, I was always going for this, because these opportunities were available. So more opportunities are what should be available, and once they're available, women out there should take up these opportunities. They're available. Now, talking about promotion of women leadership and representation, yes, women should be given opportunity to lead. That's how your impact can be felt. That's how you can be able to influence systems, influence patterns. Because if women are not given the opportunity to lead and represent, what it means is that there will be this gap. Like I said, there will never be a balance. There will never be a balance. I remember that should be 2019. Oh, sorry. That should be around 2021. Yes. Early into 2021, that late 2022. I remember late 2020 into 2021. I remember I was in a Yali member in Edo State, and we needed to do election for the ESCOs to come in. And I was just like, okay, fine, let me just go for project management, because at that point I also got an opportunity to take scholarship in the project management course, and I was doing it at that point. So like, okay, let me apply to be a project manager. You understand? So I felt that was the level for me. You get, aside the fact that I wanted to also explore my skills and all of that. So I applied for that, and then I got some friends talk to me. They're like, Faith, you can do this. Why don't you apply for the coordinator? I'm like, coordinator what? So it didn't make sense. I said, no. I'm not good at leading. I'm good at supporting. See the way we deceive ourselves. I said I'm better of supporting, assisting than leading. So the leadership position is not for me. Because if you really asked me then, why did you say that? I don't know. I just feel I'm a female. I just feel I'm a lady. It's not supposed to be like a guy is supposed to be coordinator, while the lady is vice or assistant. You see the mentality? You see, why would you not take up things? That was what I felt. But they talked in, they encouraged me. I was like, this thing is so hard. I'm like, okay, we are going to be supporting you. We're going to be there for you and all of that. And that was how I put it. I said, okay, fine. Let me apply as the coordinator. And I did that. And that was how I became the coordinator of Yali Edo State then. And that was also what led me, because of that opportunity, I discovered a lot of things about myself. I now discovered that I can take up opportunities. I don't have to be scared. I don't have to have self-doubt. I pushed. I worked with my team. And we were able to achieve a lot at that stage, even though I was so new to those things. And that built my self-esteem. That built me. That built my confidence. Even in taking all that things, I can apply and say, okay, as far as I'm ready, I will just say, this is what I want to do. Because I started something. So sit down and ask yourself, the things I'm not doing, why am I not doing them? When you see a certain set of roles up before you to choose, why do you choose the lesser one as a woman? Why do you want to go for the average as a woman? Why do you just want it small as a woman? Is that really you? Is that really what you want? So ask yourself and find out what exactly are those things that are limiting me. What are those things that are limiting me and depriving me of things I should get? What are they? You understand? So understand this thing and build a good foundation for yourself. Okay, so I'm sure we are getting the gist so far, right? All right, if you have questions, be dropping it on the comment section. We're definitely going to attend to your questions, and if you have comment contributions, it's very much welcome. So we just need to see how women can really improve and make progress. As a woman, how can you make more progress, and how can you invest in yourself? Society will invest in you, the world will invest in you, but you also, how can you as a woman invest in yourself? So we are going to be looking at how women can increase their income, impact, and influence. Remember that initially I mentioned the fact that as a woman, you have skills. Value goes with money goes with value. What it means is that money does not just go to people that say, money, I need you. Everybody needs money, but why don't everybody just have the money they want? Because money goes with value. So what are you bringing to the table? What are you offering your society? What are you offering your nation? What are you offering your world? That's the question. That is why you need to find the value in you as a woman. Find that value. Find that uniqueness in you that you can convert into worth. Find it. So the first thing, after the fact that this placement of women, what it has led and cost a lot of women, there are ways it can be corrected. As a woman, how can you now increase your income? How can you increase your impact? Ensure that your impact is being felt and influence your world. Now, first thing is that you have to become self-aware and build your confidence. This is very important. I talk about self-awareness a lot because I understand that it's a foundation. Self-awareness is a foundation. Yes, because for me, I realized that the moment I started becoming self-aware, a lot of things started changing. The moment I started realizing that, okay, what are my skills? What are my abilities? What are my traits? What are my opportunities? When I started doing my SWOT analysis, then I realized, okay, why do I act this certain way? Why don't I act this way? Why do I like the things I like? Why don't I like this thing? Why do I react the way I react? Ask yourself certain questions. Why do you do those things? Find out the major why behind a lot of your decisions. Decision you make, why do you make those decisions? Find out, because the moment you find out, you will not realize where you are, if you are rightly positioned or not. You'll find out. So become self-aware. Who am I? Who am I as a woman? Was I just born to get married, to have kids, and that's all about me? What exactly do I have to offer to the world? Stop saying that, what does the world have to offer me all the time? Truth be told, nobody owe you anything. Yes, I say that again. Nobody owe you anything. Whatever you want or you want to get, you have to go for it. Yes, you have to go for it. Opportunities are out there, but you're not searching. You do not even know because because there's already a blockage, a limitation already. So you don't even know what's available that you can go for. A lot of us women that are where we are today is because we went for what we wanted. Yes, I can give you examples. I can tell you people that did not make it through. I can tell you people that are making it today and how they got there. I can't tell you. So you can see that when your self esteem is faulty, something is going to be wrong with your self-confidence. And when you do not have confidence, self-confidence, you will never make good decisions. A lot of things you will do will never be right. Sincerely, you will never rise above a certain limit. You will keep on staying in below average, because you feel that's a place for you. Another thing is that you have to dare to dream. Dare to dream. One of the things that keeps us going is because we have a dream, we have a vision that we keep seeing before us. And I tell some people that I may keep trying. One reason why I keep trying, even if it doesn't work, you will see me coming back again with another plan, with another strategy, with another program, with another initiative. Why does it happen that way? Because there is a vision before me that I keep seeing. I want to be that. There is somebody that I see that I want to be. There is a bigger me that I see that I want to be that person. So what do you see about you? What have you dreamt about you? Dare to dream. Some women have maybe some flashes of things they would have loved to be like, but you see them doing like this. They okay, not me, not like I can do that anyway. They reject it. But why do you think those thoughts came to you? Why did those visions come to you? Why did those dreams come to you? Why? So does it not tell you that there's something unique about that? There's something in you that is connecting to it. There is this story that's about an eaglet that was raised with chickens. So a farmer saw also the eaglets stranded and all of that, picked it up and brought it to where the chickens are, and raised and grew up with the chickens and all of that. But what happened to that eaglet? It was just like the chickens. So when it grew up, the eagle would see that eagle flying in the air. I'm like, what is that? What is that? Like, there was a connection. It could feel that there's something connecting me. There's something about this one, because the fowl were moving. They were not having this same connection like the eagle was having. Why? Because it's a call of destiny. When you feel yourself getting attracted to certain kind of things, ask yourself why. Don't just say that I cannot do it. Oh, it's not for me. It's just a thought. I'm just thinking something that is not real. But do you know why you are attracted to it? Do you know why you love it when you watch it on TV? Do you know why you love it when you hear about it? Do you know why? So why don't you give yourself the opportunity to dream? So dare to dream. Dare to dream. Open your mind. Sometimes you need exposure. And I told you that responsibility, taking up responsibility gives you that exposure. Take up responsibility. It gives you the exposure. Open your mind. Travel. Connect with people. Go out. See things for yourself. Leave your current position. Leave your environment. Go out and explore. You'll be amazed that when you come back, your orientation will change. To change. Now, set clear goals and priorities. Goal setting. Once you had your vision, so, okay, this is what I want you to do. The next is that, what is your goal for this year 2024? How many of you even have? Because your goal is drawn from your vision. This is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. Then you said, okay, how do I get there? You set your goals. You set your goals. Like, these are my goals. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. So your goal must be smart. It must be specific. It must be measurable. It must be achievable. It must be realistic. You understand? And it must be time bound. It must be time bound. So you can see that when you say you have a goal, your goal should have these features. So the goal you have, is this specific? Are you just saying I want to be rich? Rich in what? Rich is a general word. It's not anything. So what exactly do you want to be known for? Be specific. I want to be known for this, in this, as this. What exactly do you want to be known for? Then how do you want to measure that you have gotten there? How would you know that you have gotten there? How would you measure your progress? If you said, okay, this year 2024, this is what I want to achieve in my business, or this is what I want to do. I want to learn something about entrepreneurship. I want to learn this particular thing. Because it is vision that gives you direction. When you have a clear vision of what you want to do, you are able to set goals towards that direction. You see, a lot of us, like, for me, at the point, I really got confused. I learned a lot of things. Shoemaking, hairdressing. I went to go and be learning catering. I learned bead making. I was just learning different things. Any training I see, I'm going. I need to become my passion. I really wanted to learn, but I have not found myself. I didn't even know what I really wanted. But right now, I do not go for any training. Do you know why? Because I'm now more self-aware. I now understand what I really want. So when I see trainings that connect with what I want, I go for those. But when I see other trainings, there are other things I don't apply for, because they are not connecting with what I really want. If I'm learning them, it's just casual. But right now, I'm now more focused, because my goal has timing. I need to measure my progress. So I don't have to carry a lot of baggages, because when I carry baggage, I'll be distracted from the main focus. So what exactly is your main focus? What exactly do you want to achieve? Because that will determine the kind of goals you will set for yourself, the kind of paths you will take, the kind of results you are going to expect at each phase. So at the end of 2024, what are you going to say, I have achieved? I have achieved. Because You know why people talk about 50-year goal plan, 20-year goal? They'll ask you, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? What do you see in the next 20 years, the next 50 years, and all of that? You know why they ask you? And you'll be wondering, I've never even lived past 1 year. You're telling me 10 years. Do you know why nobody asks you exactly what is your... people always ask you ahead. You don't set goals from now to future. You set from the future to now. Why? Because it is what you want to be later that determines the kind of decisions you will make now. It is what you want to be later that determines the kind of path you will take, and the kind of community you will connect with, the kind of people you will meet, the kind of learnings you will have to do. Yes, I have my vision, I have my goal, so it forms the kind of learning I'm eager to go for now. I'm trying to say, okay, this is the training I want to go for now. Last year I had my own. I had what I wanted to do, and I achieved them. So this is what I want to learn, and I achieved them last year. So this year I still have more. It's okay, this is what I want to do. What is happening that it's taking me closer to my vision. I usually tell people, I say, how do you make decisions? How do you make decisions? You make decisions based on your vision. You make decisions based on your goals. That's how you make decisions. So when people are asking you, what would you say about this? What's a decision now? You ask yourself, okay, what actually is our goal? What was our objectives initially? Even in the business sector, even as an employee, when you are going to make decision, the first thing you look at is to visit again the goal, the objectives. Before we started this thing, what did we say we are going to do? What was our vision? So when you are in between two decisions, you're in a state of dilemma and you have to make decision. So the next thing you ask is, okay, which of these decisions will take me closer to my goal? Will take me closer to my vision? That's how you make decisions. So when you are making that decision, that okay, fine, if I take this decision, this will not help me. With this decision, it will take me like 3 years before I will achieve what I want to achieve. But with this decision, I can achieve this stuff in the next 1 year. So what is the best decision to make? Of course, the one that will help you take you closer to where you are going to. So that's it. So when you say people have poor decisions, it's because they do not even have the vision in the first place. They do not have objectives. They just live. They're living people's life, people's dream. Where is yours? Where is yours? Because for you to be able to match up with a lot of gap and close the gap, you need to become self-aware. You need to be educated. You need to improve your own skills. You need to match up to the requirement of those levels. Nobody just employ people because they want to employ people. Nobody will employ you because you are a woman. People will have to give you the opportunity because you can do it. And that's when the opportunity is, that's when it's a fair decision. So you have to meet up to standard. You understand? So set clear goals and priorities. Invest in continuous learning and skill development. Just as I mentioned, when your vision is right, you set your goals in alignment with your vision. And when you've done that, you know exactly what you're supposed to be learning. You know exactly what the skills you're supposed to be acquiring. Then go for it. If you have to pay for the training, pay for it. But there are a lot of free trainings as well. Take them. Search out opportunities. Take them. I told you a lot of opportunities that I had to learn. I did not pay for them. I didn't pay for them. So you don't have to pay for everything. In fact, at that point, when I started, I didn't even have the money to pay for anything. I just needed my transport fare to go to where I'm going to learn. I think the first one I had was to learn project management. That was in 2019. It came without me having to pay. In fact, I had opportunity to have breakfast and lunch. That alone has given me food for the day. You understand? So what I just needed to do then was to get my transport fare to that place. My house, of course, wasn't even close to the place. I go distance just to ensure I get that. You understand? So they gave us more opportunities, and I took that opportunity. I didn't pay for it. I was given the opportunity to take it. It was a scholarship. Then from there, I had other opportunities too that I did not pay for. So, but there are so many others that I had to pay for because I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn. You understand? So there's some trainings I paid 50,000, paid more. Like the exam I took last day. If I put the money together, I paid much. Just to ensure I take those courses and all of that. But there are still some I took that came without me paying for them. So find out what they are. What are you supposed to do? How do I develop myself? How do I improve my skills? If you have to pay for them, pay for them. If you still don't have the money now to pay for them, look for the ones that you can pay for. You have to then start from there. Start from where you are. Start from where you are. There are still some courses I want to take that I cannot take them now because I don't have that capacity to take them right now. So I have to go for the ones that I can take now. So a time will come very soon, I'll be able to pay for those courses too, and I will take them. So don't stay back and say they pay for them. There are others that you don't have to pay for. Why don't you look for them? Now, build a strong support network. This is very important. Who is your mentor? Who are the people you relate with? Who are the people you relate with? Do you have communities of people that you are always with? One of the benefits of taking a lot of this training is most times is because you now have opportunity to be in a community. So most times when we take some of this training, these courses, we have opportunity to be in a community, and we can ask questions, we can connect, we can learn, and all of that. So it has given us an upper edge. So which community are you in? Which network is supporting you, giving you that strong support? Where are you getting information? So who are the people that are around you? Because you need a strong support. You need the kind of people you go with determines actually how you're going to end. You understand? So what it means is that people that surround you, people you are always with, determines you, because you need people that challenge you, people that will make you want to grow, people that will make you want to take up, not people that are reducing your self-esteem or making you have low self-esteem. No, I mean people that are going to encourage you to do more, people that will tell you that you can do better than this. I know you can do this, you can do, why don't you make effort and try this? You need such people. But have you gotten them? So when you get this kind of people, you are able to put your things together, and you see that every day you want to learn, because you are in the midst of people that are always learning, talking about one thing or the other that maybe you're lost. So when you see that, you say, oh, that means I need to improve, I need to learn, I need to acquire more skills, and you see yourself start. You understand? So especially for those people on LinkedIn, whenever you go on LinkedIn, especially if it's in your field, your career, you see new things and be like, oh wow, so I don't really know this, I need to learn this, and it gives you opportunity to say, okay, this is what I should improve on. One way, when we are calculating gap analysis, you have to know where you are supposed to be first. Now know where you are, what you have. Look at where you are supposed to be, what you are supposed to have in that state. Now look at where you are, what you have. Then look at, okay, which one you don't have, from in terms of when you compare with where you are supposed to be and what you are supposed to have. So that will tell you the gap and let you know what exactly you are supposed to learn and where exactly you're supposed to be. So it helps you. So you are supposed to look at this thing. It makes you know, okay, what am I supposed to be learning? If you have not done that, you have to sit down and do it. Do your own gap analysis. Analyze your own state. Look at exactly what you are lacking, where you need to match up. You cannot keep going. If you go for you apply for a job, you're turned down. You apply for a job, you're turned down. Something is definitely making them turn you down. I was like, okay, what is that thing? What other skills or experience do I need? If you need to volunteer, go and volunteer. If you need to intern, go and intern. Just ensure that you are able to close that experience gap, that skill gap. Because you cannot say it doesn't come as magic. You have to ensure that you earn it. Now look at it. I usually I tell people, like job seekers, I said the thing is that we're all marketers. When you go for a job, to apply for a job, and you go for an interview, what you are doing, you are just simply selling yourself. Because these people need help. When organizations put up advert that they need there's job vacancy, they are trying to tell you that we need help. They don't need people that will come to the organization and they're telling them what to do. You're supposed to be helping them. You're not supposed to come to the organization and start complaining about the same thing they've employed you to come and solve. So when they bring you in, they need somebody that can do this thing. So they're telling you in an interview, sell yourself to us. Tell us you can do it. Do you have those skills? Do you have what it takes to help us? So during an interview, they are looking for their best match. Who can help us? So if they see that you cannot help them, even no matter how passionate you are, and they turn you down, don't feel bad. If you really need that and you think this is what I really want, then go back. Ask yourself, what are the skill gap? What exactly does this job require that I do not have yet? Then go and build it. Go and learn it. Even those ones that want to get leadership position and all of that. What's the gap? What about leadership that you do not understand? What exactly about maybe soft skills, emotional intelligence that you're not really, you don't know? Go and learn it. Go and close the gap. And don't complain. All right. Another thing you should do is to take calculated risk and embrace challenges. Take calculated risk and embrace challenges. See challenges as opportunities, because when people get challenged and they run away, it means that they will never be able to overcome such. Yes. One thing I tell marketers when I train is that if you meet a person and you're not able to convince that person to buy, maybe because of some buyer objection, you do not know how to do that, the person's personality, because people are different. Understand the person, know the kind of person you are talking with that you want to buy from you. If you understand that person, you understand the buyer objections the person is bringing up, you know how to resolve that. You know how to respond. But when you don't win that person over, you go home and do not reflect back to say, okay, where did I miss it? What were the objections that came before me? Why did this person, what kind of personality does this person have? If you don't answer that question and you don't resolve it, what happens is that you may meet 1,000 of that person, that kind of person, and you will still not get them to buy. You will still not win them over. You understand? So when you see challenges, embrace them. Find out how. Convert it so your perspective matters. How you see it matters. So don't just go back and say, I failed, and you continue. No, because if you continue, it means that you will never know how to win. So when you fail, you've only discovered more ways that thing will not work. So it helps you know what then can you do for it to work. That's how it is. So be proactive in seeking opportunity. I mentioned before that you have to go for the opportunity. Seek these opportunities. Go for them, because the opportunities everywhere, especially for women currently. And I told you why. Because there is this SDG goal, gender equality that they want to close. So people are bringing up programs for women to ensure that this gap is going, because the women are still far. And you see, some of women still not picking up the opportunities. Some of them don't even know. They don't even know how to get. They don't even care. So when you know that this, I want to rise beyond where I am now. So you have to go for this opportunity. Look for where they are. Search for it and get it done. They stay resilient and proactive. People that really makes it, people that really get better, they stay resilient and proactive. Even in terms of because you cannot make the impact. People cannot feel your impact. You cannot influence anything if you are not able to stay resilient, know exactly what you're doing. Even as a business owner, or maybe an entrepreneur, if you have the opportunity that you have this mind that, okay, this is what I want, this is the solution I want. I told you before that money go in the direction of value. Money does not just come and meet anybody. It goes in the direction of value. So what value are you offering to the world? What value? Because that's how money comes. So if you want to increase your income, you need to find the value you can offer. What value can I offer? What is the problem that I can solve? Every business owner or every entrepreneur is solving a problem. If your solution is not solving a problem or a need that is maybe a general need, then of course you won't have money. You won't have money. So people that get money, there are people that are able to identify a general problem, identify problem that affect a lot of people, and say, okay, this is a problem that affects people, so it's a need. So in business, you don't sell what you want to sell. You sell what people need. You don't sell what you feel like selling. You sell what is needed to be sold, because that is how you can get money. So that's also one of the reasons why you do environmental analysis. You have to look at your environment. You have to look at where you are. If this business is for people in my environment, what do they need? Because in this environment, they may need this and they don't need the others. What do people in my environment need? So that's what will determine what exactly you are going to give to them. Now also look at your plan. I mentioned the fact that your vision, after you have a vision, this is what I want to do. You have to set your goals. You have to plan. How can you achieve it? Because there is a why. The why is the problem. What stirred you up to say this is what I want to do. That's your why. What stirred you up? What's the problem you saw? What's the need you have observed? That's your why. So when you know your why, the next thing is what? What? So you've known your why, you know the problem. So what are you now going to offer as a solution? That's your what? That's your business. So you package your solution as a product or a service. That's a business. So once you know your what, the next thing is how. You understand? So you know your what, now you can know your who. Who needs this product? Or who are the people that are having this problem? Who are the people that need this thing? So you define your audience. Define them. Because in defining your audience, you will now know that, okay, if I can get a lot of money or not. Because in defining your audience, you now know that, okay, in defining your audience, you now know that, okay, these people need more of this thing. They do not need more of this. These people are the ones that need this, and people don't need this. So in defining your problem, you now know people that need certain things. So define your problem. Define it. Define the problem. They define the audience that the problem is affecting. It's always better when it affects a larger audience, because that is where the money is. If only very few people need that solution, it means that it is not a problem. It is not really a problem. So look for a bigger problem. You understand? So having defined your who, you define your how. Because now you know that, okay, this is what it is. Then how do I go about? But that's where a business plan comes in. Plan properly. Like, how can this be done? Do your visibility study. Do your feasibility study. Then look at, okay, sustainability. How can this be sustained? Look at how you can go about it. Plan. Set your goals. Structure properly. You understand? Then when can this be done? When can certain things be achieved? Because timing needs to be attached to your plans. When? So when you're able to put all of these things together, you will discover that, okay, you have what is to increase your income. Remember I talked about strong network, build the right community, join the right community, follow the right people, read the right book, go for the right training and learning. Don't just learn anything. Which one is actually relevant to you? Which one is relevant? That's I say when you are setting smart goals. Arrow is relevant. Which one is relevant to you? Don't just do anything. You understand? So with all of this, you're able to increase your income. Then you make the impact. Because once you are able to solve people's problem, you are making impact. You are not just making money. You are also making impact to your society, to your community, because you are solving problem. Whichever way you choose to solve problem, either as a social entrepreneur or you are into a business, whichever way. You understand? So then you cannot influence, because when you are able to set some certain standard, some certain legacy, you will see that a lot of other people that would have suffered a lot, they would watch you and they will learn. Some policies will be influenced, will be reformed because of you. Some things will be changed because of you. You are able to come up and ensure that some things are influenced. You're able to influence not just people, structure, societal mindset, a lot of things. So go back, sit down and ask yourself, how? Where am I already? Where should I be? Where am I supposed to be? Then that's what are the reasons? Why have I not been taking up a responsibility? What are my current challenges? How can I overcome them? So I'm sure when you're able to sit down, ask yourself, follow through these strategies, you will be able to get it right. Thank you very much for inviting me. If you have questions, you can drop them, and I really hope that believe so much that a lot of women will have a U-turn and will find themselves properly and able to make proper decisions. Thank you very much, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.